Welcome back to virtual learning day 3. I get third graders. Woo! All right, third grade. Now it's time to get to our next grammar lesson. So today we're going to be talking about parts of speech again, but today we're going to focus on adverbs and adjectives. And this time we're going to focus on not just the adverbs and the adjective, but the suffixes that are associated with them. And those suffixes are IVE for adjectives and LY for adverbs. You're absolutely correct. So, again, we're going to do parts of speech that focus on adjectives and adverbs, but we're also going to focus on the ones that have the suffix IVE for adjectives and LY for adverbs. All right? Let's just go over parts of speech one more time. It's always great to refresh your memory on parts of speech. So, part of speech is noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. So a person could be like your mom, your dad, grandma, TT, or your uncle. A place can be school, the movie theaters, the grocery store, Walgreens, Walmart. And a thing can be a marker, a pencil, your game, your laptop, your Barbie dolls, your LOL dolls, or Roblox. So those are all nouns. Nouns are person, places, or things. Now, the next part of speech is verb. It is verb. And verbs are action words in the sentence. So like running, walking, talking. And remember, is and are, or was and were in past tense are both verbs in the sentence. Something that's showing that action. Dancing could be a verb. Jogging, playing. Those are all verbs because they're all showing some type of action. Now, the next part of speech is adjectives. So adjectives describe my good friend, noun. Sorry. Again, adjective describe my good friend, noun. So some adjectives can be like pretty, colorful, beautiful, numbers like 100. Also, some adjective, remember, have the suffix IVE. So let's go over some adjectives that have IVE. So, a suffix, remember, a suffix goes at the end of a word. A suffix goes at the, and then when you have a suffix at the end of the word, it changes the meaning of the word. So, our suffix IVE means related to. IVE means related to. And also, IVE represents the suffix for adjectives. You're absolutely right. So let's go over a couple. You have inventive, appreciative, decorative, and competitive. Now I'm going to get into an example of how we use adjective with the suffix IVE in a sentence. Chris is a competitive person and wins all of his basketball games. Again, read that one more time. Chris is a competitive person and wins all of his basketball games. Now, when we say competitive, and I'm going to just go ahead, get my highlighter. Competitive. Competitive is the adjective. So, go ahead and box that real quick. Remember, we usually box our adjectives. So, I'll box the adjective competitive. Remember, IVE related to. Who is competitive relating to? Who is it talking about? Who is this word related to? Or what noun is this word related to? So the adjective that competitive is relating to is the noun Chris. Draw an arrow to Chris. Because that's who competitive is describing. It is describing Chris. Chris is a noun because Chris is a person. Competitive is the adjective, and competitive is describing Chris, so this adjective is describing this noun. Now that we talk about adjective, let's get into adverbs. So, adverbs. Adverbs describe my good friend, Bird. Remember, verbs are actions in a sentence, and adverbs describe those action words. So, some examples of some adverbs are where adverbs, when adverbs, and how adverbs. So where could be here, there, anywhere, inside, somewhere, underground. When adverbs could be today, tomorrow, yesterday, first, later, now, early, or late. And then you have the how adverbs, how an action is doing, quickly, slowly, appreciatively, inventively, lightly, and delicately. Again, quickly, slowly, appreciatively, inventively, lightly, and decoratively. So, as you can see, my how adverbs all have the suffix ly. So that means today, with the suffix ly, means describing how something is happening. Ly is described. Hopefully, you said how something is happening. So let's get into some examples of how we're using the adverbs with the suffix ly, meaning describing how something is happening. So, the students move slowly in the cafeteria line. First, remember from Monday we identified the verb. So let's identify the verb in the sentence. Let's read this one more time. The students move slowly in the cafeteria line. The verb that we found was move. So I'm going to underline move. Now, I'm looking for the adverb that's describing how did the students move. And how did the students move? They move slowly. And I can tell because it has that ly suffix at the end of slowly. And the students moved slowly. Yes, they did. Slowly is describing the word moved. It is not describing a noun. Remember, the students are nouns, so slowly is not describing a noun. Slowly is describing the verb. The verb was moved because adverbs describe verbs and adjectives describe noun. So slowly is describing moved. All right, just draw an arrow to that just so you all can see that this word slowly is describing moved. Let's get into our next example. Madison was appreciative of her gift, so she excitedly made a card to her dad. Again, Madison was appreciative of her gift, so she excitedly made a card for her dad. Now, there are a couple of things in here. We have adjectives and adverbs. So let's first identify the adjective in this sentence based on the suffix ive. The adjective in this sentence is appreciative, and it is describing Madison. You know what? I'm gonna cut that.